Alright. We are ready. Today, day 3
of the big trip. Like Ohio and North Carolina and Indiana.
Big trip.
Technically, we passed through West Virginia and Virginia, but we didn't do anything there, really. So,
We were just fleeing.
I mean, we stopped at Cracker Barrel and
We did stop at Cracker
saw
Barrel.
a vampire possum stuffed animal. That was interesting, to say the least.
It had a lot to say. A lot of good stories.
Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the Greensboro Science Center and sea life at Charlotte-Concord area.
Greensboro.
So-
I lived there for a while.
Yeah,
Traumatized the community and then left.
And well, they have a really cool zoo now. But anyway, originally we were going to go to Lazy Five Ranch and Carolina Raptor Center, but I had bad vibes about Lazy Five Ranch from the start. And then my mom did some research, and she's like, they've been sued by the FDA 50 times.
Well, they were eating the animals?
Fined 50...
FDA.
Maybe it's not FDA. I don't even know what. It was so bad, I just blacked out in my mind. Anyway, and we were going to go to the Raptor Center, but we got rained out of doing that. Yeah. So anyway, what we did instead was a cool museum-aquarium zoo.
Museoquarium.
Zoo.
Museoquaria Zoo. Museoquaria Zoo.
And then, an aquarium in a mall.
An aquarium in a mall.
That sounds really bad.
It sounds bad, but it was actually...
It was AZA. It's AZA accredited. And everything was really nice. It's just...
Yeah, it was
it
actually
just
very
is
nice,
in
yes.
a mall. And actually one of the only malls in America that's not dead.
It was like, yeah, like...
That mall's
that
crazy.
was hopping, man.
Yeah, anyway... On to the Greensboro Science Center.
On to the Greensboro Science
There
Center,
was
where they had a murder bird.
There was an aquarium section, which we'll cover a little bit later. And the museum section... Okay, I'm going to be honest. I didn't like the museum section. Anyway, let's focus on the cool animal stuff.
The good animals.
Also, both of these... Any place I'm talking about this trip that's a zoo is AZA accredited, except the bird sanctuary, which is accredited by other things and works with the AZA, so it's all good. Anyway... Today, first up, we have the southern cassowary.
The murder bird.
Yes. We did talk about this on a podcast relatively recently, with the first Crazy Bird podcast, but I've done some, improvements to how I do things since then, so...
And just for reference, in real life, this bird's taller than me.
Yes, so, its height is 4'11" to 5'11". You're what? 5 foot...
3'1" or something.
Wait.
I don't know. 5'8".
I think I'm 5... I'm either 5'7" or 5... I think I'm 5'7".
Okay, well, I'm
so
like
you're
5'5".
You're 5'6", and then mom's probably 5'5".
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, we're all
this
short.
bird's taller than you?
Yeah, it can be, yes. Yeah. And it can weigh 129 pounds in females and 64 to 75 pounds in males. So the females are actually bigger.
Twice as big?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I kind of need to check that.
Yeah.
But no, that's not horribly uncommon. Like birds of prey, the females are usually larger than the males.
But twice as big?
I don't know if you can see me looking this up or not.
I mean, are the males just very
I'm
svelte?
just going to Wikipedia.
Yeah, you might.
Also, I think it's great. Oh, you can't trust Wikipedia. Especially with animals, every source I go to...
A reference guide.
Is like a scientific paper.
As with anything on the internet, you know.
But also realize my stuff is animals.
Yeah.
And animals,
there aren't a lot of people embellishing,
like humans and stuff. Like animals, it's just all science papers and.
Yeah.
Okay, so cassowaries can weigh between 33 and 168 pounds. Okay, that doesn't really help me.
Well, 33 to 168. I mean, I guess that.
Females
significantly larger and heavier.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's cool. The females are actually bigger. I thought that was right, but I checked to make sure. Anyway, also, they're not super sexually dimorphic, so these are two different individuals we saw at the zoo. I have no idea which one was which.
They're just both murder birds.
Okay. Their diet is mainly fruit. They're frugivores.
Unless you tick them off. And then their diet is kicking you in the gut.
That is not a diet.
And killing
that
you.
That is a defense mechanism.
They have a taste for defending their...
It's actually not shown on this figure, which is kind of sad. But, sorry, LTD, you need to do better. This is like You're really good with your figures, but there's no big claw in this. Anyway, they have a big claw that they use to kick and defend themselves, and it can just gut you. That's not an exaggeration. But they mind their own business, are frugivores. If you give them their space, you should be fine.
So basically...
Except that one guy who randomly got kicked off a small cliff into the ocean out of nowhere. But besides that one guy, the rest of you should be fine.
So basically, scavengers hire these little murder birds as like their personal chefs. Could you go kick the life out of that?
That's not how
Let it rot
works.
in the sun.
Don't listen to this guy. He's here because he
I
knows
was
how
a
to make
scavenger.
technology
I'd hire
work.
a murder bird to prepare food for me.
Anyway, so because they're birds, are in class Avis and order Cassowariformis and family Cassowaridae, which includes northern cassowary, southern cassowary, this one, and then the dwarf cassowary. So, which dwarf is still quite a big bird.
Yeah.
For
30-some pounds is still quite a big bird.
So they live mainly in rainforests, and swamps, but we'll go into like savannas, mangroves, and sandy coasts. But are found not only in eastern Cape York, so like, Australia has like that big like peninsula stick on the top. That's Cape York.
Okay.
So they live up there, and they also live in southern New Guinea, which is the biggest island right above.
So basically,
Australia.
in that same
area. It's an area. Yeah. So like kind of that Australia area, Oceania area right there. Yeah.
And fruit.
Yes, they eat fruit.
All fruit.
Fruit.
Okay.
Yes.
So they probably are responsible for a lot of the vegetation.
Yes.
They poop the seeds.
Yes, they are. That is.
They're like prolific rainforest producers.
Yeah. So they are very important.
Yeah.
And I will say, though, if you see one walking around, you figure out how they're descendant from dinosaurs very fast.
When they gut you.
Oh, my God. Actually, with Velociraptor specifically, they've done tests, and it would have been too weak to actually pierce the skin of, like, really anything.
Except us.
No, I don't... But, like, especially...
We're
like,
pretty squishy on the outside.
I think they tested it against, like, a pig. Like caucus, and like the claw couldn't. But they now believe they used them to hold prey down.
This was
like
my revelation. We'll get to that.
Yes and no.
Well,
Anyway, so southern cassowary, cassowarius. If it's the
ostrichy though, don't fly.
Yes, they don't fly.
Kick the bejeebas out of you, but they don't fly. Run fast.
Not as fast, I think, as
an
like
ostrich?
emus or ostriches, but not slow either.
Well, because ostriches would be more desert.
Yes,
so
and
open
emus
ground
as well would be more open ground.
These guys are tromping around the forest.
Rainforests.
Okay.
Also, savanna. Yes, that will think of the Serengeti, but many savannas are more forested. Like, technically, the pine forests in the southeast are called pine savannas. If you think about it, they're more open than, like...
Oh, yeah, particularly a pine forest. When you're in it, it's more open than you think.
So the point is that they don't live in that open of area. Like, they're not in the Serengeti when I say savanna.
And pine forests are not nearly as visually and physically dense as deciduous forests. Yeah.
So anyway, that's the southern cassowary. Oh, book time. I almost forgot book time.
It's a great big book of everything.
Where's
with everything
the
inside
zipper?
of it. See the world around you. This book's the perfect guide.
I got it. So, we get to take
He's in charge of the books. I can't lift him with this arm, so
All Birds of the
dangerous.
World. Oh, I mean, it's more because I don't want Mom complaining if you broke something. Well, we need that page.
She doesn't like when I break things. I go to the doctor. The doctor tells me to do stuff, then I don't do the stuff.
Yeah, you are a problem. Anyway, where's Cassowary? Oh, Cassowary's like literally like in the first couple pages of the book. I probably should have checked.
You got top billing. You had a good agent.
Oh, so yeah, here we go.
Here we go, agent.
Family Cassowaridae, which actually also includes the emu, by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, which makes sense because they're all the ones from Australia. Okay. So this is ours, the southern cassowary, the really big casque on the head. It's just like a hollow keratin. I think it's not. I don't think it's bone. I think it's keratin.
Okay, so it's just for show.
Yeah. No, they can't kill you with that. They use their giant claw. You can see right there on this back leg, you see the claw that's closest to you looking at it. If you can see this, which if you can't, I don't blame you. It's kind of small. And if you're watching this on a phone, yeah, or if you're listening to this, definitely can't see.
You'd have to look really hard.
Yeah. So that's the southern cassowary. Then the northern cassowary, slightly smaller and has a smaller casque, and the dwarf cassowary is small. And then there's the emu. So yeah, this is them.
Yep. Them.
Right. Anyway, next up, what do you think is next?
Let's see.
All right, we're at the Greensboro Science Center right now. We're talking about animals we saw there.
Senior eel.
No? Fine. Pygmy hippo.
Pygmy hippo! We saw a pygmy hippo move around.
Yes.
They actually are alive.
Yes.
They don't just lay in the mud.
Well, what?
I mean,
so
they
there's
do,
two
but...
pictures here, both are from that day. The top one is from the time we went back to see it, and unsurprisingly, it was in the mud.
Yes.
If you're at a zoo, I think I've seen them walk a little bit, float, or sit in the mud. Most, like 9 times out of 10, they sit in the mud.
This one was having a good day, dude.
But here's the thing, it was raining. Hippos,
they gotta stay
have
wet.
really sensitive skin. They will get sunburned very easily.
Yeah.
So they have to stay in the
They're
water.
like mommy.
Yes.
In the sunburn thing.
Yeah.
Sunburn thing. That was
not the laying in the mud part.
Yeah, no, she doesn't do the mud.
Yeah. Anyway, so the pygmy hippo. We're so doomed if she ever watches this. Anyway, so the pygmy hippo. But yeah, this one was out grazing in the rain. Here's the interesting thing: they don't eat grass in the wild. They're folivores. They eat leaves and ferns and stuff.
But they turn their nose up at grass. They're like, oh,
no,
how common.
They will eat it, but the thing is, where they live in swamps, rainforests, and rivers,
not a lot of grass.
There's like no grass.
Oh,
so it's not that they won't eat grass.
They just don't. It's not on the menu.
It's just not. They can't. It's not where they live.
It's not on the menu.
Yeah, but this one at the zoo was just grazing on the grass in its habitat. So
it was like, this is great.
And yes, the common hippopotamus is a grazer that eats grass at night. They go out and eats grass. Yes,
the normal size ones. Yeah.
They're called common hippos.
Because they're common among hippos.
Also, other differences. This one lives alone or in pairs, or with a calf, possibly.
Yeah.
Mated pair. Yeah, and then also, you know how hippos tend to stay in one spot, right? They, like, especially during the dry season, they form those big floats in, like, the last pond.
Hippo flotillas.
I believe they're called floats.
Floats? Oh.
Yeah, I believe so. And then these guys actually move from place to place every few days. Yeah. So they're not as stationary.
So they don't set up like a homestead.
Yeah, also they are more diurnal because they live in rainforests and stuff. So there's tree cover and more water, moisture. So
so they can move around because they don't have to stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
They are out of the sun.
Also, I didn't really notice this. I mean, it's actually on this Safari LTD figure, but they have really bushy little tails.
They do, yeah.
Which normal hippos kind of don't have, so that was cool.
Normal hippos have little helicopter tails.
Yes, that they use to spread poop.
Yeah.
It's display their rivals.
It's disgusting.
Okay, anyway, so class Mammalia, order Artiodactyla, which includes antelope, deer, and whales. So yes, hippos are somewhat related to whales.
Artiodactyla?
Artiodactyla, yeah. Which is
that just sound to me like ferocious eat you dinosaur in a Jeep or something.
Sounds like a
or maybe
you're thinking of pterosaurs, like pterodactylus.
Pterodactylus. Oh, flying hippos!
The hippos don't fly.
If the hippos could fly and propeller their poop like that,
oh my god! Okay,
cave people would have stayed inside.
They also would have been employed at farms to spread fertilizer.
They could have a whole career.
We're not doing that anyway. And then unsurprisingly, their family is Hippopotamidae.
Nice.
Yeah, so
as opposed to hippopotamonite.
DAE. Anyway, so length. So they're pygmy hippos. So their length is 4'9" to 5'7".
They're adorable.
Length.
Yeah.
Most people probably know about Modang, the baby pygmy hippo. Yeah, and then their height is 2'5" to 3'3" at the shoulder.
Oh, Venus. Mars. Is Mars the little hippo?
Yes,
but he's a common hippo.
No, he's a pygmy hippo.
He's a pygmy hippo?
From
Mars. On
Facebook.
From the Facebook. Go look up little Mars.
Something Zoo.
I forget which one, but he's hysterical.
It's like Tanganyika Wildlife Park.
Yeah,
I think it's in Kansas.
Look up Mars the baby hippo.
And he's a pygmy hippo too.
Yeah.
And then weight is only 397 to 606 pounds.
For a hippo, that's svelte.
But yeah, this is a different species.
Right. I mean, but in the grand scheme of hippos, this is like a hippo poop.
Okay. That was uncalled for.
Well,
anyway, we need the other big book.
It's the...
Where... Actually,
it's
probably...
everything with everything inside of it.
Aerodactyl in the back.
See the world around you.
Ish.
Book's the perfect guide. Rhinos.
Nope, that's Presodactyla. Yes, so page 5. Oh, other things related to hippos include, like, giraffes and camels. But not horses, tapirs, or rhinos. They're their own thing.
Tapirs kind of surprises me.
That's Presodactyla.
Oh.
Anyway.
585.
585. So just a little bit past all these whales and dolphins.
Go pig.
But before the deer. Oh, here we go. So here we have the common hippopotamus, which is even in a different genus. So these two hippos are less related than a lion is to a tiger, by the way. Anyway, so we have the common hippo, and then here's little pygmy hippo. You can see they live, like, in the rainforest areas of Africa, but, like, kind of in their own little corner there. So, yeah, very cool.
Interesting.
Yes. So that is the pygmy hippo. But next up, we have another African animal, but this time, it's the serval.
Oh, yeah, they were cool.
Yes. We don't see them a lot, but they are a very interesting animal.
They're kind of cheetah-ish shaped.
Yeah, so I'm going to play this bottom video down here for anyone watching.
Okay.
And this is the male serval they had outside. You can see he's just chilling.
The body's almost more cheetah-ish, but the head kind of, like his ears kind of aren't, but other than that.
Oh, he does kind of look like he's doing that. I think he was just fidgeting, to be honest.
He's very fidgety.
Yeah, and then the opposite of it up here, you'll kind of have to look closely if you're watching, but on this staircase, you'll see two young ones chasing each other. Oh, and then down here, Mom will stare at them like a mom stares at children.
Come on, stares at children, exactly. It's a very mom-ish look.
Yeah. So there you can see one of the babies just hopped out, and then it chases the other one down, and I can't see it, but there's Mom being like, "What are you two doing?" Yeah, so you may notice that the male is separated from the mom and females. That is just because they're more of a solitary cat. So the male doesn't help take care of the young. And while some animals can recognize their own young, there is still a chance that he might be like, well, if I want to breed with this female, I have to get rid of the babies. So, but I will say it's not guaranteed, but sometimes in nature, a father can recognize his own kids and won't do anything to them.
By scent or
But
something.
still, it's not worth the risk.
Not worth the risk. In a zoo, particularly.
So, anyway, but their normal diet consists of rodents. And I mean 80 to 97% rodent is their diet. And they have around a 50% success rate.
Oh, that's pretty high, actually.
Well, this was like one study, but still, that's high. And the females with kids actually had like a 62% rate, which lions...
Women are always better hunters in the
the lion's hunting percent, right? 20.
Yeah, really low.
Yeah, servals are 50. And the only other animal that's really famous for their hunting success, which is also 50, is the wild dog.
Yeah.
And they're very famous for that. So the fact that the servals are that successful...
Now, in defense of lions, I mean, the lionesses are very good hunters, and they hunt together, and they will. Yeah. But the things they're hunting have evolved to run really fast.
Well, wild dogs hunt the same things, at like smaller ones, but like the same things.
But wild dogs, aren't they smaller, so move faster than
they
lions?
Are. They're also more endurance runners, while lions are more sprint runners.
Yeah, lions are all muscle and power, and so the fact that they catch any of those gazelle-type things is
that's right.
Amazingly
lions
impressive.
Tend to hunt more often, like the bigger stuff, like zebra and wildebeest. While the main food of wild dogs is impala, which is a very small, agile gazelle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I mean. They are solid muscle,
but it's a very lanky gazelle. It's not small. It's
but lions really need to get close.
Yeah.
And then they can overpower something if they can get their hands on it.
So back to Lepidopterus serval. It has its own name, its scientific name. Very fun.
Nice.
Class Mammalia, order Carnivora, family Felidae. It's a cat. Big surprise. Length 2'2" to 3'3", and height at shoulder 1'9" to 2 foot. So not huge. At weight 20 to 40 pounds. They can be found in Mediterranean type habitats, which is shrubland, forest, woodland that kind of looks like the Italian countryside in the south. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like very south. Maybe a little less the countryside, more like Sicily is like, I think, all Mediterranean. Anyway, marsh, prairie, swamp, shrubland, savanna, river, and mountain. These are very widespread animals across all of sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
Just not like the rainforest or the extreme desert, basically.
Okay.
Also,
there has to be sufficient rodents.
They are occasionally kept as pets, but that's not a good idea.
Not recommended.
Yeah, because they are a wild animal and they're not domesticated. And I think you sent me something about the whole fox thing. I think you sent me a video about like the fox experiment in Russia. Because that's a famous one. It's like, oh, we can domesticate animals very quickly. They weren't being domesticated. They were adapting to being in human care because we kept selecting ones that were nicer to people.
That you could get closer to.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There's a whole thing about they would have someone approach the animal, and whichever animals let you get within a certain distance, those would be the ones that they'd separate out. Well, those animals were already reacting better with humans because they were letting you get closer.
Also the thing is that's not domestication.
But it was something about then they get white in their coat.
Yeah, and they get curved ears, and it's like all the same gene is connected to all that.
Yeah. So
but the point is that yes, that was a very important study, and yet we talked about this like 3 separate times in my classes so far, so I'm pretty familiar with this. Except I don't remember the guy's name because A, I don't remember names, and B, he was Russian, which I can't pronounce.
A lot of hard consonants.
I can't pronounce English. I can't pronounce Russian. Anyway, point is they're not being domesticated, but yes, they were being like bred to be more comfortable around humans.
So, and the odd little thing you can go look up is that what they found is that all domesticated animals that, and whatever level of domestication, they would tend to then suddenly get patches of white in their fur, which didn't show up in the non-domesticated ones.
Or if it did, that animal basically went extinct because that died because that's not.
And their ears you would tend to see more floppy ears, which you don't
bigger
typically
eyes,
see,
things like
and bigger.
that.
Yeah, so these little visual, adaptations that just showed up throughout when you kind of limited the gene pool to animals that were friendlier to humans. Those things showed up. Particularly the white patches in the fur thing they were really studying. So anyways, you can go look that up.
Speaking of domestic, interested in the serval, they can breed with domestic cats, and they create a hybrid called the Savannah cat, which is smaller than serval but still very large, and is a domestic cat. There is some regulation on them, especially if they're like the Savannah cat isn't like one bred from other Savannah cats. It's one made from a serval, like Gen 1 or 2. There's some because obviously there's regulation on the serval, and if they let you but if you found a Savannah cat, which I don't know much about Savannah cats, so I don't know, maybe they are crazy. But if you really wanted a serval, let's say, maybe look at a Savannah cat instead.
Yeah, that's like a Zorse.
Yeah,
a zebra and a horse.
Yeah, something like that.
Like a Zorse.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Kelly Cuoco gave me Big Bang Theory. Cuoco has one of those anyway on her farm. A Zorse.
Whatever. Cool. Anyway, mammal book. That's gonna be towards the back with Carnivora in it. Okay, not that far back. Okay, so that's otters, seals.
Probably not with the seals.
Bears.
Oh, here we're getting there.
Canines. Is felines like in the middle here or no? Civet.
Oh yeah, here we're.
Oh, felines. Yeah. There's several right there.
There's several. Okay.
So yes, they're in their own genus. They are a very unique cat, though they do resemble the caracal, which.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We flip to like. Oh, can you? Is caracal here? Yeah. So this is the caracal.
Okay.
And then you can see it's somewhat similar to the serval.
Yeah.
And the serval can also hop high like a caracal, but I'll save that for when we talk about the caracal, because servals, again, hunt mostly rodents. But yeah, so this is the serval.
They do have kind of a friendlier face
Yeah.
Like to humans, and that when you're saying like animals domesticated develop bigger eyes that seem more sympathetic to humans. Because look at this face of a purely will gut you on a random Tuesday.
Okay, that's a little intense, but yeah.
Feline.
So
or our dog Maleficent.
Don't keep like. Be careful with wild animals.
Yeah.
Well, just don't get wild animals as pets. Obviously, there's a difference if you get a leopard gecko. They're not domesticated, but it's a leopard gecko.
It's a leopard.
Again, still do your research because they are very fragile. But yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
moving
on from the moral lesson, we have the brown-banded bamboo shark, our first fish of the trip we're going to discuss.
Nice.
Now, you may be curious because if you look down here at this bottom one, is a brown bamboo shark adult.
Okay.
And these two, the plush and the big picture by the Christian Glore, are juveniles. So as they mature, they lose the stripes almost entirely. You can see the adult here that we actually saw at the aquarium is just brown.
So
maybe if you look really closely, you can see the dullest stripes.
So when they're out on gravel and stuff, maybe this helps them camouflage more. But when they're hunting, being darker is better.
Well, no, because the point is that this is a youngster.
Right, but when they get older,
they're
out more hunting
brown.
And stuff. Maybe the darker.
Yeah, they don't need. Also, they don't need to hide from predators as much because now they're a fully grown. 3'5" shark that eats like fish and stuff.
Other fish.
Also, the other shark next to it is a closely related epaulet shark. You can't see it well. That would be a shark for another day. They have a big black circle on their side.
Yeah.
You might have seen a couple on the trip, but so these are a group of sharks related to like wobblegongs and stuff.
And
despite,
I like wobblegongs.
Despite being called a cat shark, this species, they aren't related to the cat sharks. That's a different thing.
Okay.
But these guys are related to other guys that can sit on the ground like epaulet sharks, wobblegongs, and even related to the whale shark, actually.
So these aren't swim or die.
No, they do not use obligate ram ventilation, which is where you have to swim to keep breathing.
Yeah, there's some sharks where the only way they can get water to flow over their gills is to be swimming through it.
Yeah.
And that actively, they're forcing that's making the water go. Where these guys, like regular fish, can...
Also, I actually got this plush at that aquarium. This is from the Sea Life. All the Sea Lifes, it's a series, and at least in North Carolina, they have a few locations. They're all very good. I know if you look at it at a glance and you're in a mall, I don't blame you for being like, that's got to be some tourist trap with like 20 dead fish in it.
But it really was nice.
It was really nice. It's AZA accredited. You can't just be AZA accredited. This is a whole thing. So yeah.
And they had some really good presentations about the animals and
they have like a turtle rescue center in there,
which
was
really
funny because the turtle was hiding, so you could only really see the two stingrays randomly in there. But yeah. That's besides the point. Like, and saying that the animals had places to hide.
Yeah.
They even had a cool tank where like these fish that constantly swim, it was a big circle around you so the fish could swim the entire time.
Yeah.
And they could just keep swimming, which that was cool.
Yeah.
Which it's not only cool to see, but I bet it's good for the fish because if they're constantly swimming like that, I bet it's good for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a young brown-banded bamboo shark, Chilocilium. I bet that has something to do with Scylla from like ancient Greek myth.
Oh, maybe.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe,
Punctuatum.
They were always very punctual.
Yeah. Class is Contrichichthyes, which is all the sharks and rays, which are the boneless fish. They have cartilage, not bones.
Oh, cartilage. This is all cartilage, like a shark.
Order Orectoboliformis, which I'm talking about, has the whale shark, the wobblegong, the brown-banded bamboo shark, and then family Hemicyllidae. So that has this guy.
They run on a Hemi.
And I bet also this includes the white-banded bamboo shark, they have
hemispherical piston heads.
And these guys, These guys live in seagrass, coral reef, rocky coast, coastal waters, sandy coast, and around islands, and throughout the Indo-Pacific. So, like
your coral reef kind of.
Yeah, but waters around like Indonesia, maybe more towards like India and Africa, kind of more, and then like, but mainly
warm waters.
Yes, and then more out into the Pacific, but mainly centered around that like Indonesian, like that chain of islands between Asia and South America.
I was going to say, would they be the Great Barrier?
I don't know, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise you. I mean, that's the type of environment they would live in.
Okay. So that is the brown bamboo shark. Also, again, the one I saw was just sitting there the whole time. He didn't move at all. So again,
that's typical like woebegong behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, the last fish, one of my favorite types of fish. This is the zebra moray, and they are way smaller than this in real life.
Yeah, like.
Okay, to be clear, they can get 3 foot to 5 foot, but they're skinnier.
I mean, they could,
but they tend to be a little small. The ones at the aquarium were quite small.
Where like a moray,
a green moray,
way bigger than
yes, mm-hmm.
in bulk. And length.
Yeah. But anyway, so diet. Also, interesting fact about this specific type of moray. There's many species of moray, but the zebra moray is a obligate molluscivore. So they only eat things like crabs and clams and mollusks. They don't eat any fish.
Oh, so they're busting open shells.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the bad boys of the sea bottom.
Yeah. Class Actinopterygili, which is the bonefish.
So like the river otters.
Order Anguilliformis, which I believe is just like eels and their relatives. And then Moranidae, I believe is the family that's morays, more or less.
Zepta.
Yes, their scientific name is Gymnomorena zepta. I can't...
Rena? Gynomorena?
No, zepta,
like
yeah.
Zepta.
So again, also Indo-Pacific, but more into the Pacific. So like even, I believe around Hawaii, you might be able to see them.
But these are like, walruses do that too, clams and stuff.
Yes, walruses eat.
Walruses.
Yes,
so these eat kind of the same thing.
Yes, it's
okay.
interesting to think about. But these guys also will eat things like crabs and stuff.
So softer. Crustacean.
Yeah, and then coral reef, rocky coast, coastal water, and islands. So more like it needs places to hide.
Well, in coastal, because that's where you'll find clams.
Yes, and the coral reefs. They need, like, rocky areas to hide in.
Yeah.
They also won't swim down that we know of. I will say, there's this one channel I've been watching where this guy has been putting cameras in the water. It's a really good channel. I should look it up real quick, because it's definitely worth watching. It's in my subscribbles, as I call it.
Your subscribbles?
My subscribbles, yes. He has a new channel.
Not sponsored by Zero Sugar, clearly Canadian.
Or by whoever I'm going to talk about.
But open to it.
Barney Dillarstone. He's been doing this series where he puts cameras in water, and he's been finding lots of fish a lot deeper than you would, like, they've been known from. Because, like, no one really has been routinely putting cameras out in deep water.
Right.
So he's been finding even moray eels, like, deeper than they're usually found. Huh. So, from what we know, these guys go to about 40 meters deep.
Okay.
Which is 40 times 3.3 to get feet.
But basically
what's
not
40
down
times
to
3.3? Roughly.
Well, 3 times 40 would be 120, and then 12, so 130 something.
Not much more than 100 feet down.
Yeah.
Which sounds deep to us.
Yeah.
But in terms of animals, that's not that deep.
And what are the zones? The sun?
That's very much in the sunlight zone. The sunlight zone ends at 200 meters.
Okay, so they are very much in the top layer.
Yes, and on the coast as well. So they're not going like...
Yeah.
Yes, they can go in areas... No, not even really areas where you're not going to see light penetrate that much. Because it really only starts getting dark, I think, around like 100 meters. So,
yeah, that would make sense. I mean,
yeah. Anyway, so that is the zebra moray.
Okay.
Also, I will say, they're nocturnal as well, actually.
Oh, okay.
So they hunt crab stuff at night, which probably explains why they looked kind of dead in the tank. Now, I am someone that knows that most of the time, if you see, like, actually 99% of the time, you think it's dead, it's not dead.
Yeah, it's just sitting still.
However... Yeah. I'm used to other moray species, which are a little more active during the day. Mm-hmm. And so I saw these guys. Also, I'm usually seeing them in rock formations. These guys were just laying on the bottom.
Yeah, just kind of hanging out.
So I guess these guys are just a little quirky. This one, this one's upside down. I don't think that was me. I think he was just upside down. So, yeah. Also, it did help. It was in this weird, like, circle, cylinder tank.
Yeah.
Vertically. And trying to look in it with how the light bended was a nightmare. So that didn't help either.
Yeah, the curved glass, and it was thick, obviously.
Yeah, so these
I would think that also maybe eating clams and stuff, they'd probably be more active during low tides. Would that kind of make sense? I mean...
Well, I don't think they live deep. They wouldn't.
Oh, deep enough that they
get caught
wouldn't care.
In tide pools.
Oh, they wouldn't care. Okay.
Yeah. because they can't go on land.
I'm thinking of when we go
But
clamming.
thinking of a fish that can go on land, the large-scale four eyes. Now, you may be like, what do you mean 4 eyes? They don't have 4 eyes. They do have 4 pupils. So, you can see it in the picture here from Bloodshot 20 on Wikipedia.
How apropos.
And then also watch this video. So they sit at the surface.
Right.
And their eye is kind of split in half.
Okay.
Where the top half has pupils that look up above the surface.
Oh.
And then the other 2 pupils look below the surface.
So the pupils above the surface can adjust to the sun and everything above, and the pupils below can adjust to the light.
So, you know how if you're standing like on the beach, you can get kind of close to a fish, they won't notice you that much? These guys will see you.
They'll be like, dude.
Yeah.
I spy with my 2 top pupilly eyes.
Again, besides being called 4 eyes, they only have 2 eyes.
Yeah, but the 4, but I mean, think of that adaptation.
And still having 4 pupils is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so these pupils will be probably smaller because the sun is, during the day, where these will be a little bit larger to look down into the darker water, adjusting, the aperture of the pupil. That's kind of interesting.
Also, while doing my research, I found out that somehow that's not the only weird thing about them. Like I said, they can go on land to forage.
Okay.
Well, in the water, they suction feed. On land, they actually can, move their jaws to, kind of, pull things in. Not necessarily chewing, but, grab things.
Are they, the thing on land, are they like lungfish? Can they breathe for a while?
No, I think...
Or they just hold their breath?
Well, they probably can gulp a little bit of air. I mean, think about, the gourami we had. He
Yeah.
gulps for air.
Well, but I'm thinking of, lung that can actually,
I don't
breathe
think...
a little bit.
I don't think he's a lungfish level.
Okay.
But, yes, they can go on land for a bit.
Okay.
Kind of like they beach themselves.
Yeah.
And they have asymmetrical genitalia.
Asymmetrical.
It's all till one side.
Bends to the left?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, it's there seems to be no there seems to be no pressure pushing them to evolve a certain direction. It seems to be completely random.
Well, but is it like the males to the left and the females to the right?
So each one can be either.
Park next to each other?
No, it's either a male can be right or left and a female can be right or left.
So do all the righty tighty lefty loosey, do you gotta pair up with a girl
here's the one thing.
Positional
fish,
to you?
They're fish, so they probably lay their eggs and then the male fertilizes.
Oh, so it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is probably why there's no pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Because for example, I know there's a fish, we learned about this in one of my classes, where it has a mouth that leans to one side, and they grab on the bigger fish for a bite.
Okay.
And then the fish it'll lean towards one side.
Okay.
And then that fish will develop more armor on that side. So then they'll evolve to switch around, and then the fish will and then they'll go back and forth over time.
It's like...
Yeah. But yeah. So, but despite all this weird stuff I should have said this is the bonus animal.
Yeah, this is the bonus animal.
You'll probably have done the effect. It's like, bonus animal. Anyway, they do have counter shading like normal fish. For example, like this brown-banded bamboo shark.
Oh, yeah.
Which has...
His
you
belly's...
can see the belly's white, so when you look at it from below, it looks like the light
from the sky, above. Like the light.
And then from above, it looks like the dirt and
so
stuff.
When birds look down or fish look down, they see dark like they would looking down.
Yeah. So that's our bonus animal. Unfortunately, I don't have a book for him, but I do have a book for the other fish.
Okay.
So for the shark, I have Sharks of the World, a complete guide. And trust me, it's a complete guide.
It's a complete guide.
So give me a minute to find the brown-banded bamboo shark. We'll be right back.
Brown-banded bamboo. I'm going to say it's going to be under B. It's like a lot.
What?
It'll probably be under B 3 different times.
Brown band 280 and 288.
This is a cool book.
Oh, yeah. Also, so, each category is, it'll show you all the animals of that, group and compare them. And then they'll have an individual, informational panel for each one.
A lot of detail.
Oh, I'm actually, almost right there, because I was in... Yeah, so here are the carpet sharks, which includes bamboo sharks.
Wobbegons.
Well, actually, yes, but this is specifically a little group of carpet sharks.
Oh, okay.
And the one we're looking for is this one. So you can see the adult, there are stripes, but they're very faint. And then the kid has a lot of stripes. You might want to look at it. So that's the brown banded. Also, it seems to be the largest one.
Yeah.
I believe these are like roughly the scale. Also, the epaulet shot I was talking about. Yes, they have I wasn't kidding. They have a big black circle. But yeah, you can see these are closely related. And then let me just flip to the.
See, and this book had a lot of detail about each of them.
So brown banded bamboo shark. Yeah, so you can see. Yeah, Great Barrier Reef. They reach down there, and then like northern Australia, like Chinese coast, southern tip of Japan, Indonesian islands, even like the eastern coast of India. So yeah.
And this is the first time we've used this one. Sharks of the World: A Complete Guide, most comprehensive reference guide to the world's sharks now fully revised and updated.
Who knows? They might have released another version.
Covers more than 535 shark species from around the world. I mean, a lot of good detailed. If you really like sharks,
also,
a lot of good detailed information about them.
I got this book at a shark exhibition at the Natural History Museum in New York. So I don't know where you would get it if you're not there.
Well, it's Princeton Press.
Yeah, so it's probably other places.
Wild Nature Press.
Yeah. But that is the
Wild Nature Press.
Shark. And then for the zebra moray, somehow this book of the moray it picked was the zebra moray, so that's convenient. Bony fish, like I said, and then zebra moray.
This one's cool. Yeah.
They can weigh up to 22 pounds. So not a small fish by any means, but not a green moray.
No.
Zebra moray. You can see. Also, I like that they have the red in them. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like red. And you can see their range does extend to like about Hawaii, and they even can be found like on the Mexican coast. So yeah, they're a little more widespread than the brown banded bamboo
And this,
shark.
just for reference, is the one that we have always called the Great Big Book of Everything.
Smithsonian Animal.
It's really, the Smithsonian Animal, the Definitive Visual Guide.
This book's been around with me my whole life.
This has been around a long time.
I don't know when, but it's got to be not long.
Unless they have a new version of it. But
they probably do, but yeah, so that's cool. Anyway.
September 2011. So you were probably 6 years old when we got this.
Anyway. So, hope you all enjoyed. If you want to learn more about eels, including the green moray, which you can see me posted up to next. Sorry, that's my generation. Sitting next to it. And you can see I was very excited. Yeah. I rarely take pictures of myself or have someone take pictures of me. Mainly because he just does it all the time, so I don't have to. But anyway, you can see me next to the green moray, and you can see the green moray is quite big.
Yeah, compared to this.
And that wasn't even a huge, it was large, but I think they can get a little bigger than that. But if you want to learn about that, check out my favorite Modern Animals 2026 podcast.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that. Yeah.
The green moray is discussed there.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for next time when we talk about my first of 2 days at the North Carolina Zoo.
Which will actually be days 5 and 6, yeah?
Well, we're starting with day 5.
Yeah, day 5. Because it was 1, 2, 3, and then we drove on day 4.
No, it was 1, 2, we drove on day 3. This is day 4.
Oh, this is day 4. Okay.
But it's the third day. He has no idea what's happening. All right, so hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.
All right.
Okay, I'm never doing that again. That was weird.
Pino's out.